Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, I hope you had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Well, let's talk about Joe Biden's Memorial Day. How is it that Joe Biden incorporates his son, Beau, dying of cancer into a Memorial Day address? You know what? The way Joe Biden uses his dead son is kind of disgusting, if you ask me, to me. But Beau Biden did not die at battle. Beau Biden died of cancer. By the way, it's sad that Beau Biden died. We've all been afflicted by cancer. It's affected every family in America. But come on, to inject Beau Biden into his Memorial Day speech is awful. Then you got good old Kamala, smiling Kamala. She says, have a nice long weekend on Twitter. Then all of a sudden, oh, forgot about that. So then she tries to say something else. Do you ever hear Kamala and the rest of the liberal progressive Dems ever say anything about God bless America? No, you won't see them waving a flag. Meanwhile, it has been, I think, 69 days since good old Kamala Harris was appointed the border czar. And what has she done? Nothing. Has she gone there? No. Then we have Creepy Joe striking again. There's a little girl, I don't know if she was 6, 7, 8, or 9. He comments about her barrettes and how she was sitting with her legs crossed, that she looks like she's 19. I mean, in his dementia, I'm telling you right now, Joe Biden is a sick dude. Not just the dementia, the whole smelling thing, the way he is with children and everything. And see, I think his mind, with his dementia, he can't regulate it. So he blurts out creepy stuff. Saying that a little 6-year-old girl looks like she's 19, the way her legs is crossed and the way she's sitting there. My God. Can you imagine if Trump said that? And by the way, on this issue, who did Trump fool around with? Adult women. Consensual adult women. Rugrats. You know, this is really, by the way, the show today is like woke, 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 woke. Rugrats wants to feature a lesbian. You know what? The ship has already sailed. The society's acceptance of gay marriage and so forth. But you know what? To pound this in the kids is scary stuff. The psychological, sociological effects. Come on, man. Sound like Joe Biden. But Rugrats featuring a lesbian. Then you got Blue's Clues. They want to do a gay pride. They want to focus on a drag queen. Blue's Clues? Really? I mean, these are preschool age kids watching that sucker. The left lets this happen. Dalton School, New York City. They actually talked about masturbation to first graders. The sexification of children. It is diabolical. By the way, the Democratic Party and the progressives are the sickos who support lawlessness across the board in this country. I'm going to do a show next weekend about it. $860 million is being offered to the Central America countries for them not to illegally enter. Now, do you really think this $860 million is going to stop illegal immigrants from coming to the United States? And where is the $861 million going to end up? In the pockets of all the political gangsters that run these banana republics. That's what's going to happen. They just throw money at a problem. That's what it is, throw money at a problem. They don't solve any damn problem. Just $1 billion, $8 billion, $10 billion, $3 billion, $861 million. Sick. Meanwhile, all the political gangsters get rich. In this budget, this is shocking. And, I mean, it just says it all. There is a 900% increase in Biden's budget. 900%, which means 9 times, increase in federal housing. Dinesh D'Souza, in his great documentaries, points out where the new plantations are inner cities. They are trying to grow their plantations, the enslaving of the people who live in these federal projects by 9 times. 9 times. Bring them in on the federal plantation where the Democratic Party will take care of you. 900% increase in federal housing. So much for self-reliance. A poll shows, a Fox News poll shows, that Americans believe crime now is more serious and a bigger problem than the pandemic. You think? Did you see these numbers I posted on Facebook? I screenshot it from Fox News. Like Portland, violent crime up murders up 800%. All the major cities, all ran by Democrats. All ran by Democrats. They don't do a damn thing to stop it. Apple, your Apple, my Apple, I own an Apple. They're selling information and giving information to China that they accumulate on these phones. The ingratiating of themselves to China. Did a China special over the weekend. I'm telling you, folks, it's scary. And it's a sellout to China's money and the opportunities that they put out there. Globalization. Scary stuff. Princeton. And Princeton, by the way, the study of classics is the study of the classics. Latin, Greek, ancient history, so forth and so on. In Princeton, they're going to do away with Latin and Greek as part of the study of their classics because it's white racism and supremacy. Latin and Greek are white supremacy. What are we all supposed to do? Learn African languages that have nothing to do with Western civilization? Latin and Greek is now racist, according to Princeton. Again, the dumbing down of the American student. HCA is the largest hospital group in the country. You ready for this? They want to go for conscious inclusion and encourage all employees to read the book, White Fragility. Part of the American... See, I'm on to something, this American Communist 10. In fact, my good buddy Billy Dennis says I need to have some shirts made up with the American Communist 10 on the back, and we'll get right on that, Billy. But you see how it all ties together? Corporate America, the largest health organization, is carrying the water for wokeness. Conscious inclusion, read White Fragility. I'm white and I'm not fragile. China Olympics, somebody pointed out, I caught this news item, somebody pointed out that having the Beijing Olympics this summer is as bad as the 1936 Olympics in Nazi Germany. Now think about that. There's concentration camps in China. Their human rights violations are through the freaking roof. I mean, China is a communist country, but we're going to let them host the Olympics. Just like we let old Adolf before he invaded Poland. Another poll out, Biden's considered a weak commander-in-chief. Boy, that's really shocking. Not to mention the fact Russia has announced that they're going to make us uncomfortable in the days to come. Wouldn't that freaking wonderful? The Iranians. Reports are Iran has 16 times the amount of uranium that they were supposed to have under the old Obama-Biden-Iranian Accord. Good old John Kerry. And they're not allowing inspections. Think about that. Stupid, stupid, stupid. More lawlessness. China, back to China. China announced, due to population decreases, that they're going to now allow families to have 3 kids. Folks, China, this country that the NBA sucks up to, all the American Communist 10 sucks up to, controls population growth by limiting how many children you can have. Can you imagine if that was the case in the United States? It's coming. You watch. Somebody's going to adopt that rule. Hey, we ought to limit the number of kids you're allowed to have. Soviet Unionized, as Victor Hansen, the historian, says. More China. This was reported by Epic News, and I caught it, and I'm anxious to report it to you, is Goldman Sachs, the largest investment banker in the world, to my knowledge, at least in this country. Goldman Sachs, they're always on the winning side. Democrat, Republican, doesn't matter. They make money. Goldman Sachs has done a deal now with China where Goldman Sachs will own 51% of an investment bank arm with Chinese. Now, you don't, American Communist 10, Goldman Sachs is thinking, money, money, money. Money to be made in good old China. And BLACKROCK, a fund that invests $9 trillion, the largest fund in the world, has done the same thing. American Communist 10, all on the same page, doing business in good old China. Last but not least, JBS, never heard of them. JBS is the largest meat producer in the world. They have been cyber hacked, ransomed attacked. Plant shut down, I think, in Australia and someplace else. Here we go, one after the other. I'm glad I'm not big enough to be cyber attacked. This is a Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great Tuesday.